What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American, here today to react and learn about the Norwegian Kystjegerkommandoen, which translates to Coast Guard Command or the Norwegian Marines. So I'm not exactly sure what Kystjegerkommandoen translates to in English, but from what I understand, this is a very special part of the Norwegian military, specifically the Norwegian Navy. And as an American, I really don't know that much about the Norwegian military. So I thought this would be a really interesting video to actually take a look at and learn about the Kystjegerkommandoen. So let's take a look.
So who are these guys? Well, yeah, they're the Marines. They're the guys that you just don't want to mess with. They know how to shoot. They know how to kick butt. They're not like the stormtroopers on this shirt who can't shoot worth a crap. These guys, they know what they're doing. Now, to understand a little bit about the Marines in Norway, today they have an estimated size, although rather small, coming in at approximately 86 Marines.
86? That's it? Wow. 86. So this is a very, very specialized group of the Norwegian military. 86, that's it. It must be very difficult to become part of this.
However, I also read in different reports that there's approximately maybe about 100 of them. That includes operators and even staff. When I saw 86, I was like, that looks a little small for the Marines of Norway. I bet you it's much higher, so...
Wow, look at them. This is cool. They look kind of badass, actually. I'm really curious about what they do. In America, we have a group called the Marines. I don't know if in Norway you actually use that word, Marines, but that's a part of our military. So I think maybe this is kind of similar to that.
It might be anywhere in between that. It might be more. It might be less. And I know they might seem very small in size, but let's be perfectly honest here. When it comes to the Coastal Rangers, they've only been around for a very short amount of time. This unit has only been around since about 2001, and it was originally designed to have the strength of 500 to 1,000 soldiers.
This has only been around for like 20 years. The Kystjegerkommandoen. There's only 100. But they have the fighting power of like 500? Okay, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. What exactly do they do? And how are they trained? That kind of thing, I'm curious.
So now let's just take a little bit of a step back and let's look at some of the equipment that the KJK uses.
Okay.
By the way, if I haven't mentioned it before, KJK is the short form for the Kystjegerkommandoen.
Oh, okay.
So besides the use of helicopters, one very popular thing that you will see the Norwegian Marines in is the Combat Boat 90, also known as...
Oh my God. Look at this boat. What is this thing? Oh my God. That's the scariest looking boat I've ever seen.
The CB-90. Now this is a Swedish-made attack craft that can go up to 40 knots and can carry approximately 21 amphibious troops and all of their equipment. For this craft and the Norwegian Marines, they are usually launched from the HMLS Rotterdam, which is classified as an amphibious warship.
Oh my God, Norway's Navy, military, is legit. This is legit. Look at this thing. This is like a battleship. Launching little attack ships filled with highly trained Norwegians. Like, oh my God.
Now, one question that you might want to know is, where does this unit garrison? Well, that's actually really, really hard to say right now as the time of recording this video because it's kind of up in the air. Because originally and throughout history, their garrison has been located in Trondenes, which is in Harstad in northern Norway.
Okay.
However, in 2017, there has been plans and a major push to close down this base and move the Marines to a different area in the Navy.
Okay.
Now, this does not mean that the Marines are going to go bye-bye, that they're going to be like, nope, see you later, guys, we don't like you anymore. You're just not useful. That's totally not true at all. According to the Army website, they stated that the proposed plan was not only to close down the old garrison, but to move the entire Marines to the Haxenverg base in Bergen, which has created so much controversy because a lot of people are saying, no, you got to keep them up north because that's where they are needed, because you got to be worried about the Russians coming into the territory.
Oh, so there's actually a little bit of controversy around where the Kystjegerkommandoen should be located in Norway. I mean, I wonder how long it takes. Like, Norway is not it's big. It's not, like, gigantic. Like, how long would it take for them to sail all the way around the coast of Norway? I wonder. But, people think they should be north? I mean, especially now. Like, this video was made a few years ago, I think. Now, Russia is a much bigger threat to Norway. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kystjegerkommandoen are stationed closer to Russia now.
And that's why they're there. Also, besides being trained in multiple other different landscapes, this is their realm. The north is their location.
Oh my god, that means snow, cold. So these Norwegian Marines are trained to withstand extreme weather, I'm guessing, if they're north.
So I can see why a lot of people are like, you shouldn't put them down south, keep them up in the north. Now, also on a side note, when it comes to the Trondenes fort in Harstad being chosen as the location for the coastal artillery unit, one of the major reasons why this was chosen is...
What the... I'm sorry, but this gun is ridiculous. What is this? I've never seen a cannon this big. There's just like a guy standing on it. like he's taking a photo to frame at home. What on earth? This is the biggest gun I've ever seen.
Is because it is home to the Adolf gun, which is located in that fort, which was a huge giant battery that was created by Nazi Germany. And as a matter of fact, the last time this battery was fired, it was in 1957, and it was officially decommissioned in 1964.
Oh my god.
So let's move along and let's look at some of the training, because not gonna lie, the selection process to become one of these guys is really, really tough. And
this is what I've been kind of waiting for. The selection process, the training for these elite Norwegian soldiers.
You thought asking that girl out when you were 14 years old was a hard thing to do? That's nothing compared to what these guys got to go through.
Okay.
Now, according to the stats, for one to be in this group, one has to have a high physical ability and be able to work in teams and have a great mental aspect.
Sure.
Basically, from my knowledge, there is a 5-week selection course that one has to go through, in which after that, there is a 10-month vocational educational period.
My god, so 5 weeks to get selected. And then if you're selected, you have 10 more months of training. That is an incredibly long amount of time.
By the way, guys, remember how I said I'm totally okay with being wrong on facts? If anybody wants to correct me down there in the description box below, feel free to do so. If you were an actual ranger, that would be great. Also, guys, read down there. We get some good comments. And of course, within all of this, there also includes basic training, which moves on to a patrol course, and then there is that 10-month vocational education.
Yeah, this basic oh my god, look how intense this looks. I don't know what they're doing. They obviously, they have gas masks on. Oh my god. They have like gas masks, and they're having to transport their boat on land through this like poison gas. If that doesn't kind of show you what these soldiers are equipped to handle, this kind of shows it all.
And of course, this program is only entitled for Norwegian citizens. So me as a Canadian, see you later, guys. I'm done. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Of course, another requirement is that you pass part 1 and 2 of the theory test and can comply with the physical tests, as well as have a color view of 9, a hearing of 6, and also you have to have normal eyesight and cannot use contacts or glasses.
Oh my, you have to have perfect physical ability, eyesight, you have a physical test, a mental exam, the basic training, which might be the 5 or 6 week selection process, then another 10 months of training. And only like 100 Norwegians get selected at the end of this. Wow.
Yeah, I'm out there because, believe it or not, there's contacts in here. That's not weird you out. As well, for the physical, you must be able to do 7 hang-ups, 30 push-ups, 35 sit-ups in 2 minutes, 20 deadlifts, as well as swim 400 meters in 12 minutes, march 7 kilometers with a 22-kilogram sack and equipment, which you got to do that in 49 minutes, so you got to be good with your cardio. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is no joke. Like, you have to be in pretty incredible shape to even think about trying to do this.
As well, one needs to be able to run 3,000 meters in 12 minutes in whatever clothing you want. Just don't go nude.
3,000 meters? Isn't that almost 2 miles? 2 miles in 12 minutes. Isn't that extremely fast? That's like a 6 or 7 minute mile? That's actually that's like really hard.
Recommend that because it's cold in Norway. However, in today's world, I should mention that the Marines have become known as a very adaptive force, as they were even present in Afghanistan, part of Operation Enduring Freedom.
Oh,
as
wow.
well, in Afghanistan, they also took part in Operation Hair Kate YOLO, or simply known as Front Straightening.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, like, especially here in America, Norway doesn't get enough credit at all. You really don't hear about the role Norwegian soldiers have played in, like, the Middle East, or even now with, like, Russia, Ukraine. You don't hear about Norway in America, that is. The World Wars. Yeah, Norway really doesn't get any credit in America. That's kind of sad.
Speaking about Operation Front Straightening, this one is really, really important. Because it was during this operation that the KJK linked up with the 2nd Battalion Unit in Mazar-e Sharif, Afghanistan. And these two took part in the largest battle that Norwegian armed forces have ever been involved in since the Second World War.
Wow.
Now, on top of that, I should also mention this is a very important battle. Now, I'm not sure if this was either a Marine or a sniper from the 2nd Battalion, because during this battle, a Norwegian sniper managed to hit a soldier at 1,380 meters with a Barrett M82A1.
Wait. That's almost a mile, right? 1,300 meters?
1,380 meters.
1,380 meters? That's almost a mile. A Norwegian sniper hit someone from almost a mile away? This is just ridiculous. This is scary.
With a Barrett M82A1, which, by the way, is the 14th longest shot in the entire world and is the longest shot ever recorded from a Norwegian individual.
Wow.
It's insane. As well, unfortunately for the Marines, when it comes to Afghanistan, it's been said that they lost a total of 3 soldiers during the entire operation.
I mean, that's really tragic. That's really sad, but that's also kind of impressive. Only 3 soldiers the entire time? That's impressive, actually.
While the Coastal Rangers were also in Syria for Operation RECYSR, in which they worked with Danish forces to complete the task of destroying chemical substances, and that happened in 2014.
Yeah, I never get to hear about any of these Norwegian military campaigns. This is actually really interesting to me.
Also, let's just mention the fact that the Norwegian Marines are always training with different task forces and groups in NATO joint operations from all around the world.
Really?
One of the biggest of these that is held yearly is Operation Cold Response, in which this operation takes place every year at the Varenes garrison in Norway. As well, within the country, they also take part of Trident Juncture exercises.
So Norwegian Kystjegerkommandoen, they're always training, always trying to get better, always improving. That's fantastic. Like, that's exactly who you want, like, in this elite group of the Norwegian military. That's great.
Also forgot to mention one last little interesting fact when it comes to the Marines of Norway. And that is the entire unit has received a military decoration from the United States, and that was the Commendation Medal for their work in Afghanistan. So
this is exactly what I'm talking about. America has given these Norwegian soldiers award, medals, for helping in Afghanistan. Most Americans have no idea. No idea. How about that?
So either way, that's it, guys. That's me looking at the Marines of Norway. I hope...
Wow. I mean, this was such a great video. So much stuff I never knew. Like, I didn't know anything about the Norwegian military. So this was really eye-opening to me. This part of the Norwegian military is so legit. Like, so cool. So powerful. Like, so highly trained. It's really fun to hear about, like, Norway's military, because it's something we don't really learn about in America. This video was by FTD Facts. I gotta give that a like. That was a really great video. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on the Kystjegerkommandoen. That'd be interesting to hear about from Norwegians out there. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.